Are you full e-bike? Is this an announcement?
No.
Are you a full e-biker?
I have been for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm just full fun. That's what it is. And where I live, it's more fun to go out on the e-bike.
So you're not identifying as an EMTB?
I'm not identifying as anything, Ollie.
All right, dude.
I'm not identifying as anything.
All right, man.
I'm an impartial mountain biker.
Yeah.
But given the choice,
sound it, mate.
do I lean towards the e-bike?
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to the episode.
Yeah.
I had an idea, because I'm going to cough so much in this episode. Let's make it so I give money to charity every cough.
Oh,
good idea?
I love that. Yeah, what charity should we go with?
Trelawn's Trust.
Okay.
That's my chosen charity.
Okay. How much should we say in every cough?
Well, I don't know. I feel a bit unsure.
I'm holding you accountable to this.
Yeah, I know. I will do it, but I think a tenner for every cough is too much, because I think I'm going to do too many. We'll work it out with a... Yeah, easy, dude.
Pound a cough.
Easy, dude. I'll do more than that, but
okay.
Let's start. I'm going to try and not cough,
keep a tally?
obviously. I've made it difficult now, because now when I actually suppress the coughs, I'm not giving to a worthy cause. So
it's going to keep kicking you in the balls from over here.
But the more I say cough, the more I want to cough.
Yeah, that does get you. It's like a yawn, isn't it?
Very annoying.
Yeah.
Yawns. Did you know you can a dog can catch a yawn off you, and like yawns transmit to different animals.
I didn't know.
We don't have an animal here to transmit a yawn, but that's a fact.
But if we did, it'd
Might be
yawning, would it?
That's the sort of fact that happens on podcasts.
Yeah, it's not true, but
yeah,
you just go with
just
it anyway.
Roughly. Yeah, exactly.
And people repeat it, and
mate, how are you?
I think we should take a moment, though, to appreciate the fact that you are here. I think it's...
Hey, we're lucky to have me. I love doing that. I've been doing that to my mum. We're lucky we didn't lose me. I've not been very well.
You've not been very well. You've been really sick, actually.
Yeah, so I came back from Morzine, and we did 2 days podcasts.
Yeah, I was pretty worried. I thought, I'm going to get whatever this is.
Did you think I was ill then?
No.
I didn't think I was. I thought I had achy bones.
You were tired.
I thought, I've been DHing, dude. This is what happens. You get achy bones, you know?
But maybe that achy bones, it turns out, was probably something...
It was the Rona, wasn't it? Let's be real.
Oh, was that what it was?
I think it was the Rona, because a lot of the other guys on the same trip, the same flight, all had... How many does that count as? Does that count as 3? I'm going to be broke, man.
Suppress them.
Yeah, so lots of the crew that came back also had achy bones, cold sweats.
Oh, and just thinking it was lack of...
Bubble in your throat.
I know. Yeah.
You sounded pretty cool at that moment, yeah.
Didn't I? I like it when you get a bubble, because sometimes you can hold the bubble and you can keep talking, can't you?
Yeah, and you just feel like a different person.
Yeah, feel like Joe Pasquale for a little bit or something.
You just feel like a different person. Yeah. You can change your personality with a bubble in your throat. So everyone was a bit achy. So I think a lot of people had the Rona, but only this guy.
You took it to the extreme,
this
right?
This guy had a lame enough body that he spiraled downhill.
So what happens? So you come back from Morzine feeling a bit achy.
Finished second day of podcasting.
Yeah.
Went home very over it.
Just
and
tired.
then just literally 5 days of shivering, cold sweats, headache, and achy limbs.
Wow.
Mate, unable to do anything, dude. Yeah. And you know, like, I'm fairly open to the fact that I don't get ill very often. So I think, you know, like the term man flu?
Yeah.
I was just thinking the whole time, dude, you're so lame. Everyone has colds. This is what it's like. Why are you so lame? You can't do anything. It's fine. So I got to the bottom of Netflix, finished Netflix, completed that. And basically at the end of the 6th day, George found in the sink like brown gunk with blood in it. And it was me. I'd like coughed up blood, and
did you
I was
not
like
know
coughing.
you were doing that?
Nah, well, I tasted it a bit. Ooh. I haven't lost my taste from the Rona, but
you did.
No,
you did. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Is it not?
Nah.
I did so bad the first one. The first time I had it, I completely lost taste. Yeah. Anyway, blah blah blah, coronavirus. But I was coughing up blood, and I actually went to the doctors, which is. I actually think I deserve a round of applause.
Yeah, I do.
Going to the doctors,
that's for most people, that's a last ditch thing, isn't it? You're just giving in. You're going to the doctors.
Well, I don't know, because when I went to the doctors, everyone knows what they're doing.
I'm not a doctor's person.
No, but people go in, I reckon, for a social.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
I was like the newbie. I went up to the wrong desk, went wrong place. I was sweating.
Put your pants
Mate,
back on, Mr. Wilkins.
I did feel like, what is it, Patient X or whatever, the first one. I was sweating. Grey t-shirt, big mistake, just drenched. You could see all the people in there were like, whoa,
he's
what's up with
really
this
ill.
guy? Yeah.
Oh, mate. Good on you for going, though.
So I went
Took a while, 6 days.
Yeah.
Two? 5, 6 quid, £6.
Oh, God,
We've got a 4-hour episode today, Ollie.
The auditor over there.
It's 4 hours this episode.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be broke. Wouldn't take much, but yeah. So I went on antibiotics, which I was really upset about. So antibiotics, my understanding, I've made it a point for the last couple of decades probably to not go on antibiotics because I heard that there were all different kinds of animals living in your gut that all protect you from all of the different illnesses. And I thought that I'd like travelled the world and I had a little bit of Mexican bugs in there.
Yeah,
I had some sort of Southeast Asian ones, a little bit from Nepal. I'd collected them all up and I had this defence
like a food
system.
court.
Dude, I had the gnarliest defence system in there. The Iron Curtain of gut defence. I was just like pretty sure I could eat anything. Okay. Everywhere I go in the world, I don't even like try and hold back. I'm like, give it here. I'm having it. Never get food poisoning. A couple of times I've got food poisoning. Let's not talk about it. But like, yeah. So I feel like I've wiped that out. I've always tried to not have antibiotics.
Yeah, I don't know the science of it, but I'm pretty sure it can't wipe everything out, surely.
I don't know.
I like to imagine it as you take the antibiotics and it goes into your food court belly and it's like looking around and it's trying to find all of the little bits that shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
And it's just pointing lasers at them and just and then the rest of the good stuff stays. But I think it might also wipe out good bacteria.
The rest of it's like,
I don't know.
I just love the idea of all the Mexican ones because I get to eat everything I want over there and it's all just little puppy chulos in there, like hanging out.
Yeah, I don't know if it kills everything. So
I don't know.
What's the plan now? Are you doing
I'm done now. I'm free.
Probiotics?
I'm free, man.
Are you back on the probiotics?
Oh, I guess I should be.
Or just eating
We
dirt
should look
and stuff?
into it. Yeah, we should look into it. Well, certainly my diet consists of a lot of yellow sticker stuff, so that should be good. That's the reduced sticker for people who don't know. But I guess you should repopulate your gut.
I think you should.
What's the deal then? What, feces? How do you do that?
Well, you don't have to eat. What do you mean, eat poo?
I've heard people do this. Honestly, people populate their gut using fecal matter of
their own fecal matter. Other people's.
Right, I am going to Google this whilst we're here.
Yeah, please do. I'll give you another option, which you could
Please.
do, which could just be AG1, which is obviously full of pre and probiotics. So you could do that. Other than the feces, you can go. There's all sorts of supplements you can do. Yakult, not good though. As far as I'm aware, the Yakults are bad because there's nothing in them. It's like micro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
bifidum digestivism. By the way, I spelt feces right first time. Catch you in a bit.
Oh, really?
Spelling bee
Ready?
over here.
Ready?
Yeah.
FAECESE.
Dude.
E.
The E at the end was unnecessary. But
Did
you did very good.
Really?
Yeah. Fecal transplantation.
Makes
It's
it
a
sound
procedure
lot
to
nicer
collect
than it is.
feces from a healthy donor, so someone who has a very healthy digestive system, and introduce them into a patient's gastrointestinal tract. So there you go.
How do you introduce?
So that is a real thing.
Tablets.
How long does it last?
Tablets, do you think?
I
To introduce it, I mean.
no, they sound like terrible tablets. They'd have to put a lot of sugar on that, wouldn't they?
You'd have to have it like one of those flying saucers, those sweets. It's just got poop in it, but you can,
Oh.
and it dissolves in your mouth.
Oh my god, the sherbet ones.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it's got sweet corn
Dusty
in it.
feces in the middle. There would be a sweet corn in there. Guaranteed. I've got sweet corn in my stomach. That's just sweet corn is like the cockroach of the food world, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
That comes back.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with that kernel.
I reckon after
the end.
the dust has settled after a nuclear bomb has gone off, and all there is cockroaches and sweet corn. That's it.
You might be right, dude.
They're just there, protesting, glued to the road.
Man. You might be right. It's glued to
no,
the road.
we won't go. Gangsters.
You might be right.
So yeah, I've been ill. I had pneumonia. Is that what? Did I say that?
No, you didn't.
I had pneumonia.
Quite
So
gnarly,
I've got to go in, have an X-ray again soon. So I don't know what pneumonia. Are you? He's coughing. Brilliant content there.
What do I?
Two people coughing on a podcast.
Hold it in so hard. You're not having my pound.
Yeah, this is going to cost a bit. This is. So yeah, I had pneumonia. I don't exactly know what pneumonia is, but they made us the healthcare. The NHS called me up and told me I had pneumonia.
Wow.
And I need to go back in, have another chest X-ray.
Makes you really appreciate the NHS every now and again, doesn't it? When you dip in and you need it.
There you go.
Next day doctor's appointment, no doubt, or same day if you ring at 8, in, boom, diagnosed, back out at the other side.
Okay, obviously we're talking about this. That makes it sound like it's a big deal.
What do you say when they ask you for... Sorry.
Go on.
Well, they always say, don't they, do you pay for your prescription? And a bit of me every now and again just wants to go, no.
She asked me this, and this is one of the reasons why I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, "What do you mean? Do I pay for my prescription?"
No, it gets me.
I've never had a prescription before. What is it? What even does it mean?
I think if you say no, that means you're on some sort of benefit or something like that.
Right,
I believe. But if you say yes, that means that you pay for your own prescription.
So you're one of the dudes that knows what he's doing in
which
there,
is always
me feel like
always
an
the same
idiot.
price. I think for everything. Is it £10.90p or something similar to that? It could. No, what is it in Scotland? £0.
Free in Scotland. I'll go up there, pick up my antibiotics.
You go up there and get your
time.
poo tablets.
Save a tenner.
So yeah, I think, but every now and again, they do that, and they're like, "Do you pay for your prescription?" And you're like, "Could say no," but what do they do if you say no?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't. George scared me. So when there was blood in when I started coughing up blood, she was like, "What's the point in not going to the doctors?" I'm always very much of the mindset that you just leave it and it will just go away. Just nothing heroic, but just leave it and it'll go away. Like I'm just a crappy animal that will fix itself. But then she said to me that I could like damage my lungs or something if I kept it going.
You get scarred.
And I got to admit, like obviously we're embellishing this story because we're on a podcast and we're talking about it more than we normally would. Yeah, but like it did make me think. Well, I'm pretty healthy. I spend a lot of time being healthy. I eat healthy, I exercise, blah, blah, blah. And I got really ill, like mega ill. Yeah. I never really get ill. I get ill once a year and it's hardcore once a year.
Right.
But like that is, if you're unhealthy and you just have the same thing, that's how you get like mega ill.
Yeah.
That
could grab someone, what you just went through. So you did the vid,
then
you did the
standard course.
Thing, and then you got all the way to pneumonia. And
let's say you got asthma, or let's say you've got like some other condition or something.
Yeah, I'll get you. I've seen my partner have asthma attacks, and it's really scary. And we spoke about this last night. I know I don't want to go over it on here, but it's like I keep saying you have to manage your asthma. Like it's so important. Like what are you if you can't breathe? What are you?
I'll tell you what we are.
I'll tell you what we're not. Gas canister carrying person.
We're not sweet corns. We're not cockroaches.
No,
we're useless. Yeah. Rubbery ape.
So things. True, mate. You've got to manage it. You've got to look after that stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy that can't get through a set of trails because you can't breathe, It's super important. That whole thing, isn't it? It always comes down to the end of it. It's, the one thing that you get to a point where the only thing important is your health.
Oh, mate.
You get there and you want to delay that as long as possible.
And again, it sounds dramatic, but I got like 5 days in and I was like, this is it. This is how I feel now, is it? This is crap. I remember the days when I remember the days when I was excited about what I was going to do that day, or like hyped for it. I couldn't imagine even getting back to it. It's same with like injuries. Anyone who's suffering from an injury, it's hard to think your way out of it and remember what it's like to just be like, I don't know, Ferris Bueller. What shall I do today, man?
Part of me, when everything like that, when you have an injury or you get sick, that the first bit of it, I'm a bit like, chill. Just relax, but it lasts like 2 days. And then you're just like, this is awful.
I'll tell you what it's like. It's like an airplane flight. You get settled into your seat and you're like, we are gonna watch a film. I got nothing to do, dude. This is mint. 3 films in. get me off this
Get me
fart
out.
tube, man.
Yeah.
Like my living room Netflix, it started off as like a, well, I can't do anything else, and then it ended up as a prison, man. Oh, Netflix this. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. YouTube. Oh, there's nothing on YouTube I want to watch. All of the things I normally think I could do.
Yeah.
And you just don't do them, do you?
No.
You can't. If you're ill.
No.
Health is everything.
Health is wealth.
There you go. There you go. Health
So
is
true.
wealth.
It is, mate. Well, I'm glad you're here. I really am,
Mate, I
because it'd
pulled
be
through.
awkward if you weren't. I'd be talking to a chair every week,
That is true.
and things would be very different round here. So I'm really glad you're still with us,
Like
and I
just
think
a monologue every week.
people
You'd have sick guests on.
people should maybe £9. People should at least say in the comments maybe how appreciative they are of you.
Piss off.
We'll call it Hearts for Ollie.
Nah.
So leave.
Right, I'm done talking about this. It was just first thing on my notes. It's worth talking about. Also, I'm going to cough loads and loads, and I probably sound.
Yeah.
Don't actually sound too well.
Let's just round it up to £100.
Sure, it pretty much is going to be in it. I think
See how
it
we
might be
go.
round down to 100 quid by the end of the show. How have you been though?
I'm good, man. I've not been ill. Makes me think about being ill. I've not been ill for a while, dude. To be honest.
Good on you.
I was just thinking that
Life is good.
As you were talking, I'm like, I ain't been ill for ages. Must be coming. I'm gearing up for a biggie. Yeah, I've been good, man. We're just cracking on at home. We're finally getting some decorating done. We've been in our new house for a year and 3 days as we record this episode.
Nice.
So it finally felt time to start doing something in the house. So,
What colours you gone with?
ooh, we gone. Okay, so we're only doing 2 rooms at the moment upstairs. We just I'm getting my office, which I've got this idea for my little office, dude.
Feature wall, Davey?
I'm not a feature wall guy. What do you mean?
I'm not a feature wall guy. Feature wall? It's just.
I think they're
that's
out.
the thing you talk about.
I think
isn't it?
they're out.
Feature walls are out, dude.
Apparently, colour drenching is in, and feature walls are out.
What's colour drenching?
Colour drenching is when you do everything the same colour. So you're going to do your ceiling, your skirting boards,
I've heard
door,
that.
everything. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You're not drenching the colour.
2024 for me. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm just going standard. I can't remember
White.
Standard white.
White emulsion. That's
White
what I go.
emulsion.
Trade white emulsion.
I'm going trade
Whole house,
white.
all the same.
Nah, I've gone for a nice colour, man. So
Nice.
I purposefully went for the smaller spare room because I
Yeah.
wanted to create like a den office vibe.
Nice.
So I want to have, because we don't have a TV downstairs in the living room, so I'm going to create like a nice TV room, but it's also my little office.
Internet den.
Bit of it, yeah.
Sounds like one thing only.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
me
not
time
going to be
pod.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Me time room. It's not going to be that. It's not.
Okay. No, of course, no.
It's going to be, yeah, so I want to have like a TV on the wall, nice little sofa, sit and watch like football through the year and
Nice.
races and stuff like that. So yeah, we've gone with, I can't remember what colour I ended up with. It had a funny name. I remember that. It really drew me to it. It might be something like Mountain Mist. It's something like that.
Well, that's quite nice.
Yeah, it's like
I
a
thought you were going to say like the Farrow and Bull colours are the ones that.
You know what you can do? Here's a pro tip. If you go to, if you,
yeah,
oh, you've done it?
yeah, big
Okay.
time.
You know that tip. Should we tell the world?
Yeah,
We'll
go on,
not keep it to ourselves. So if you go to B&Q and you like a Farrow and Ball colour, you just go to the mixing desk with the swab and you just say, "Can you mix me that?" And then you get it
Cheap.
a bit cheaper.
Eggshell.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah, you get it a bit cheaper. So that's what I did. I got for a Farrow and Ball one.
So you went for Mountain Mist.
No, but it's not called Mountain.
Elephant's breath.
No, it wasn't Elephant's Breath.
Pigeon tongue.
There's some funny ones, isn't there, man? When you go through those things.
Should we go through them? Have we done this before?
I feel like Emma went for like unicorn cock or something. It's something like
What?
unicorn cock.
Unicorn cock.
It's something like
It
that.
can't be unicorn cock.
No, but it's like that. It's like unicorn.
It can't be cock.
Horn
dude.
cock.
They wouldn't call it unicorn.
No, it's something
It'd be
like
phallus, if anything.
that. Unicorn phallus. Yeah, the Farrow and Ball unicorn phallus.
Right,
Yeah,
where are the colours?
There's some good ones. So yeah, that's what I've gone for. Emma's going for the unicorn cock, and then I've gone for Mountain Mist.
Nice, man.
But yeah, feel free to grab some funny ones if you want.
Elephant's breath. Setting plaster, which seems
Oh,
a silly thing to paint plaster.
I've been learning some skills as well, man.
Go on, what have you been learning, dude?
I've been learning filling,
Nice. Yeah.
but proper
This is
filling.
it. You've got to this stage
But
in life
proper
and you've
filling.
not filled.
Not polyfiller filling,
Yeah.
one coat filling. You done
Ooh,
one
what's-
coat filling?
Don't know what
Oh,
it is.
it's a bag of like, it looks like cement, and then you put water in it. You mix it up so it feels like you're a bit more involved than just a tub of polyfiller.
You end up with a lot of filler then.
You do too much every time. Loads.
What?
You're doing like a little crack.
What's this for? What is this for? Like big holes in the wall?
Yeah, bigger holes in the wall. Yeah, and then it's a case of slapping it on and making it nice and sanding it back. So I've been doing a lot of that, dude. I've been in the grind upstairs, just decorating rooms. Then we got a little project going on in the garden as well, so that's been quite exciting.
What's that? Talk me through the project in the garden.
I want to build a log store.
A manual trainer. They're the worst, dude.
They're the worst, aren't they?
I don't think they train anything.
Literally nothing.
Log store's a lovely project. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's okay with the manual. Yeah, it's a good one though. The manual trainer.
The manual trainer. I just, when you see them at trade shows and stuff, and there's like a queue of people, and you're like,
just go on a hill.
Yeah, just ride your bike.
Yeah. Log store. Nice. 2 raised beds.
Nice.
Built a pond.
Oh.
We're getting after it, man.
Nice, man.
We're getting after it. It's cool. I'm enjoying it.
Gardening's the one.
Gardening's easy for me because it's just digging. You know what I mean?
It's a natural progression, I think.
At the moment, it's just literally moving that dirt from there to there and then dig a hole. So I can crack on with that. As soon as it gets a bit more intimate. Intimate's probably not the right word. It didn't need to be intimate. It's not intimate gardening.
You can be intimate in your garden.
It could be.
I love botanical gardens.
Nice.
Wherever I go, I like to go to the botanical
Famous
gardens.
one in Sheffield.
Is there?
Yeah.
Sheffield Botanical, yeah.
It's called Botanical Gardens. It's famous. Got red squirrel.
There's a red squirrel in the botanical gardens.
Apparently.
Just one.
Yeah, one.
Lonely red squirrel.
Yeah. Tom.
Poor old Tom.
Yeah, we have got a botanical garden though.
In the Garden of Eden.
Yeah,
without
Garden
a mate.
of Eden.
Oh, to be Tom.
Oh,
Poor
to be Tom. So yeah, that's what I've been going on. I can't say it. The tiger's getting to me. That's what I've got going on.
Nice.
I've been doing that house renovation. What else is going on in my life?
I know what's going on in your life that we're going to talk about. That people know about already.
Okay.
From the YouTube video and the last episode, because you have pulled off something. Quite something you have.
We have.
We pulled off.
I hate when you keep saying you.
Yeah, but it's dead annoying. Essentially, it's okay. So it's your van.
Yeah.
You've got a van with Nissan, and we're going to talk about it after the ad break. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're back in.
Nice.
Companionship. Are you looking to take ownership of your health? Introducing AG1, a powerful daily nutrition supplement designed by scientists to support your body's needs. AG1 is a comprehensive and convenient blend of over 70 high-quality ingredients packed with vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced nutrients.
With just 1 scoop each morning mixed with water, AG1 helps to support your brain, heart, energy, and immune system. It's a powerfully simple way to start your day right. While we have a degree of individuality, science tells us that the human body is interconnected, which is why AG1 contains over 70 ingredients to support your baseline nutrition. Drink AG1 is the best way to feel reassured that you're supporting your body with a broad range of nutrients it needs. AG1 isn't just another supplement, it's a morning ritual, a timely habit that fits seamlessly into your routine. And it does fit into my routine.
Dude, it does, yeah.
Because I just do it in the morning before anything. Apparently you're meant to have it on empty stomach, which I actually quite like. I take it with me in my little AG1 shaker and just go walk the dog.
I do it empty stomach every time, actually.
Yeah.
Because it said on the instructions, and I did what was on the instructions.
Like,
you know what I mean?
That's the sort of people we are.
Davey, what are the benefits?
Well, Ollie, they speak for themselves. From sustained energy throughout the day to immune support and stress management, AG1 has you covered. Plus, AG1 is NSF certified for sport, ensuring the highest quality ingredients and manufacturing standards. Ready to take the next step in your wellness journey? Visit drinkag1.com/ridecompanion today for a special offer. We are going to give you free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your next purchase.
So that's drinkag1.com/the ride companion.
That's right, mate. Yeah.
Nice.
Drinkag1.com/ride companion.
Take ownership of your health with AG1. Check it out now.
Check it out now.
Okay, that one don't count.
We'll leave that in.
We're back in. Good ad break, dude.
Great
so
ad break,
anyway,
mate.
yeah, you're driving around in quite something these days, eh?
Yeah, we got the new whip, dude, which is really cool. I guess, yeah, we have spoke about it a little bit, haven't we?
Have we?
I think little bits. We've not really spoken about the whole project and
Yeah.
how I guess it kind of came about.
Yeah.
It might be cool to tell that story.
Why not? Dude, why not?
So I guess this is going back quite a while that this kicked off. It was one of my, I guess, kind of jobs is to just reach out to potential people that might be involved in getting involved with the podcast. And I was like, a vehicle sponsor would be kind of sick. Like, would be sick to do something, but obviously didn't really think that anyone would be that bothered. But what basically transpired was that reached out to Nissan, and the dude who picked up the email, Nick, lovely Nick, big up Nick, listened to the podcast, was a biker, and straight away was on board and wanted to chat and figure something out. So the full story of this actually is that we initially came up with the idea of building a full-on mobile studio, if you remember, which was using the bigger Nissan vehicle, the Interstar, I think it's called.
Hey, might still happen, dude.
Might still happen in the future. We don't know. But the idea was to build an actual rolling studio. But then when you start looking at, putting that together and how much depth you actually need to fill, which is probably quite surprising to a lot of people, like it would be really difficult to build something like that would work and that we'd be comfortable using.
Do you know what? We couldn't have had a better episode. Our last episode with Win.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to it or watched it, like it started off, it was the worst possible conditions. It was raining really hard.
Yeah.
But then how cool it was. It was such a hang.
It was nice,
we were
wasn't
in
it?
Rogate Bike Park car park.
Yeah. And you can see how that will work in the future, hopefully, more as we can maybe just roll a bike out, go for a loop, come back, all those things, man. And so going back to that, so we went and took a meeting at Nissan, didn't we? And we just came up with an idea, rather than doing a full-on studio, can we just unpack it a little bit and just build something that's just going to help us do this job better, which is transporting bikes around and having all of our equipment with us. So that's what we landed on.
So you basically then...
And I think it's more of a achievable thing for anyone else as well. It's not like this crazy studio with all of this stuff in it. It's just, it's a relatively high-end van. It's a lot cheaper than a lot of other models, the Prima Star. And you can put a conversion in it. It can be a perfect day van. And for us, it doubles up as a place to put all of our equipment and carry it and then wind out and sit under that and record an episode, which I think it should be. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be anything more.
So you got to a stage where the green light was given, and then you basically had, this is a lot of people's dreams.
Yeah.
Spec out a van how you want it.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And obviously, Joel at MTB Vans was really helpful. He knew straight away what we could and couldn't fit in. He obviously put together the brief as to what we were going to try and achieve with it, like the layout and all that sort of stuff.
Let's go through the spec list.
Yeah.
Let's, because it is pretty dialed. It is dialed. It's a Prima Star.
It's a Prima Star Techno Plus.
Right, okay.
So it's the top of the range one.
Right.
I'm not entirely sure what that means it's got as opposed to the other versions of the Prima Star. But yeah, so it's got like AirPlay, Apple CarPlay, which is really handy. Which for someone like me, dude, like I don't have new vehicles. I used to have everyone knows if you listen to the podcast for a while, like I've had some shit cars and usually my dad sells them underneath my feet. So just to have a new vehicle for me anyway, and that was enough, right? Even before we considered putting stuff in the back of it.
Yeah.
It's like just the vehicle. Because I do a fair bit of mileage.
Van. Like
coming down here, you want to be reliable. And it's funny because one of the last times before that van got delivered, I don't know if you remember, I was driving home and got like a flat tire, which is, whatever. But because it wasn't a new van, it didn't have all of the equipment in it, which is probably my fault, I'll be honest, to change the tire. So just little things like that, having breakdown assistance through Nissan, all these sort of things just make doing the job easier. And I think that's ultimately what we were trying to achieve. It's just, can we make this easier for everyone involved? Just having a new vehicle is sick. So it comes with the Apple CarPlay. It's got alloy wheels on it. It's got those like dope neon-y sort of headlights. It's just a nice spec van.
Yeah.
It's comfy. I have previously had, hey, no shade on these brands at all, but I have had like a Transporter, new one a few years ago. And it drives better, if not.
Yeah.
Well, it does. It drives way better than a Transporter. It's way comfier. And it's got a nicer spec, better spec. And I guess it's going to save you a lot of money if you wanted one of those instead.
I've just looked up that it does 40 miles per gallon as well. That's
There you
pretty
go.
good.
Yeah, it's definitely cheaper coming down here as well for me,
Yeah.
for sure. So then I guess we came up with a concept. It's like, right, what would make this the ultimate mountain bike hauler / podcast support
Wicked.
vehicle, which I like calling it. It's pretty sick. So yeah, we kind of figured, okay, so we're going to be maybe going into some remote locations, so we need to put some bigger tyres on.
Yeah.
So we left the original Nissan alloys on, then we put those grabber, like all-terrain tyres on.
So they'll get you out of any old car park, basically.
Probably, yeah, like a shitty car park or something. And then it's like, okay, maybe we need to store stuff on the roof. Cool, we'll put a roof rack on. So we
Which does look cool,
which
yeah.
looks sick. We put the Nissan roof rack on. And then I guess we kind of knew that we'd have to record outdoors because we don't have space inside to do it. So let's put an awning on the outside.
The awning's rad, isn't it?
Awning
It is
looks
very
cool. So the Fiamma F45S.
Yeah.
One of those, boom, wind it out. You've got a place to sit, get out of the weather if you have to.
Yeah.
Light bar on top.
Light bar on top.
That's sick. It's one of my favourite features.
There's a solar panel on top. What does that do?
So the solar panel is charging the leisure battery when you're driving. And also, just to go back, actually, one of the things Nissan wanted to do was to be able to charge an e-bike while driving. Do you remember?
Right, yeah.
So that was like why we needed to make sure it had electrics in it, and have a big inverter and a big leisure battery.
Because an e-bike it's a big draw, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
like
a
when
big
you
draw.
think to fully charge an e-bike,
Yeah.
it takes a little while and a lot
True.
of power.
So yeah, we can put e-bikes in and charge them while you're driving, which is nice.
Pretty cool.
And then it was literally a case, dude, of just building something out that just had storage, because I think, again, for this, what we do, there's cameras, there's kit, chairs, all that sort of stuff.
Doubt.
And being realistic, we're only working with a pretty small van, so we just had to be smart with that storage space.
Yeah. What about uploading stuff? Is there anything that helps that?
There is. It's mate, how crazy is that? So it's got Starlink.
I think that's so cool.
It's so
Your
sick.
van's got Starlink.
Yeah, it's so sick, which is really easy to use. You literally plug in a cable. We got the big pad, so we're going to try and change it, I think, and put the what's it called? The antenna. There is one you can get which will go on the roof.
Okay.
But we've got the pad at the moment. So I've used it already. You literally plug it in, put the pad outside, go on the app.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's proper
well
Wi-Fi
good.
wherever you...
Yeah. And this is a knock-on effect of what we've done. I didn't know this going into it, but in theory, I could go and camp in it. It's got like enough space so you can sleep, and you're off grid, so you can do work if you want to. So I'm kind of looking forward to, I mean, we've only had it a few weeks now, but going out and maybe doing some remote working and sitting by some water or something.
It's
and
lovely,
just,
yeah.
so we needed to have like a desk so you can sit and edit if we needed to, or we have Naomi or Doug sat in there, which you'll see in the last episode, with the sound recording equipment. So it's got a desk, and then it's just got, storage. And then I guess if you looked from the back of it, we kind of came up with this idea of having two sides of the van. So you've got a bike side and a media side. So the bike side's got helmet storage, shoe storage, clothing storage, a water tank, 25-litre water tank, so you can connect the HydroShot. It's got that cool little tray which pulls out, which is actually really helpful, which at first, that's one of those things I was just like, I'm not bothered about that. But it's really helpful. For loading an e-bike in especially, you can just go from the side and just pop it on.
And I guess it keeps all the mud in one place as well.
Keeps all the mud in that tray as well, which is really nice. And then we got the media side, which is just storage at this point. Like, just we got what they called those big boxes, air crate, flight cases, Pelly cases and stuff. Yeah, some of those. But yeah, it's just, and obviously lights and plug sockets and.
What a cool project.
Yeah,
so good,
and it looks sick.
Yeah,
if anyone sees it out on the road, please honk if you're horny and give us a wave. It'd be cool. Maybe we should do something where if you see the van and take a photo, win something. That'd be sick.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Like prizes,
underpants.
Yeah,
I like it.
It'll
be really fun, I think, to do some sort of like not only like the obvious ones where you can go and speak and reach other guests and stuff like that, but actually we can do some more interactive things, and like I'm just thinking around here particularly there's car parks that are like synonymous with mountain biking, mountain biking, and on any weekend they'd just be packed with people, and we could have some kind of like
drop-ins and stuff like that.
I don't even know. It would be fun though, wouldn't it?
All kinds of activations, I guess, and little things that we can go and do. Yeah. To be honest, mate, like I just want to go on a bit of a road trip with you and these guys, go film some stuff, make some content, and just use it for what it's meant to be used for, which is just traveling and doing stuff. So, Yeah, I'm hyped, man. It's sick. Big up Nissan, actually, for...
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. This probably sounds a little... do we do it? Yeah. Not kooky, but, we spoke recently about corporate companies coming into the sport. This is, I feel like, a bit of a... It's going in the right direction with bringing people into mountain biking that maybe haven't been that involved in the past. Does that make sense? It sounds really kooky. I don't want it to feel like that. Like, I know it's not a massive thing for the sport in general, but just the fact that Nissan, this big corporate company, have shown interest in what we do.
Yeah, it's verification, isn't it? It's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I do know what you mean.
But like the audience is perfect for Nissan. We have a receptive audience of usually middle-aged men and women that have vans to go to work or travel or go biking. So the fact that we can show them this alternate to what you, let's be honest, would normally see in a paddock, which is transporters and transits and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see as many.
No.
I'm seeing them now. Like, now you've got yours, I'm seeing them around.
It's
so
what's
funny.
it called, that effect?
I don't know.
There's an effect, and I am exactly the same. I was saying to Nick at Nissan, like, I've become a bit of a Nissan fan.
Yeah.
I keep seeing the cars, especially after having that X-Trail for a little while, and just like, I'm like, which one's that? Oh, that's that one. That's the E1. Oh, okay. I've got like really into the brand, so.
Same.
And it means us on board, 23. Dude.
They've brought us on board because we've gone. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we've been to the Formula E. We've got the.
That's it. Bidar Mainoff frequency. That's right. So it's when you think like about yellow cars.
So that's the power of the subconscious.
Yeah. I'm just texting my dad back. He's probably trying to buy this van.
Should we go to an ad break?
What is that?
That, my friend, is a £2,500 coffee machine.
Whoa.
That you could be in with a chance to win simply if.
What, I can win all that?
Yeah. Guess what the ticket price is?
What, to win all that?
Yeah.
The coffee machine.
Coffee machine, grinder, scales,
jug, mug, and a year's supply of coffee.
Yeah. A year's supply of coffee I can't even see from here, but yeah.
Yeah, it's there. It's great.
Is it just... Yeah, okay.
500 quid a ticket?
Think again. Guess again.
Higher. £590 a ticket.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there because you're going up and we need to go down. We need to bring it right down.
Oh.
In a way, up in quality though, because we're offering a ticket into this prize draw for every TRC pre-ride roast bag you buy.
The pre-ride roast is back?
The pre-ride roast is back and it's for 30... One second. 2...
Yeah.
95.
I thought you were going to say 320.
No, £32.95.
So the £32.95 gets me a kilogram of pre-ride roast.
Yep.
Coffee that, again, we've gone in and made ourselves almost, right?
Absolutely. It's a mix of Brazil and Peru.
2 favourite places for coffee.
Absolutely. You can buy it in every different format.
It's what? Beans, ground.
Exactly. Realistically, you spend over 40 quid a month probably on coffee as it is.
And the rest.
Exactly.
I spend so much money on coffee.
$32.95 is a steal. And you get a chance to win this.
Right.
Do you want to know how?
Yeah, please. How do I do it?
All you have to do is head to dreamcoffeecompetition.com and buy yourself a bag.
Okay, so dreamcoffeecompetition.com, buy a bag of pre-ride roast. It gets shipped direct to your door.
Yeah.
And then that is my ticket to win 2.5 grand's worth of coffee making, aesthetically pleasing beauty.
Yep, and it's known to make you look more sophisticated. If anyone comes in your kitchen, game over, dude. Game over.
Just having this in the room makes me feel sophisticated.
Me too.
Mate, no more like reused, not like, plastic mugs, none of that stuff.
Nothing. Head to dreamcoffeecompetition.com and buy yourself some pre-ride roast.
I'm going there now.
Are you actually?
Yeah, I'm off.
It's online, dude. You don't need to leave the room.
Okay, I'll come back.
Nice one. Thanks, dreamcoffeecompetition.com.
Thanks, dreamcoffeecompetition.com.
Do you think we mentioned the website enough? Back in, dude.
We're back in, dude. So, yeah, big up, again, everyone at Nissan for the support and for getting involved with this podcast, which started off in my parents' bedroom.
Hell yeah.
Not their bedroom, my bedroom at my parents'.
Yeah, why did you do it in their bedroom? Hell yeah,
the first ones are quite awkward.
It works as well. It kind of works anywhere. I'd be interested to do like a. It's funny for me to think about doing a podcast on online now, the Skypey ones.
Yeah.
Compared to doing them in person.
Yeah, I know. Not done one of those for over a year.
Yeah, just the
year and a
outdoor
half.
one was really good, wasn't it? It was really like
I
fun
liked
to
it.
do.
Changed the vibe, man. It was nice.
It
It was good. I think a bit better weather next time.
Yeah.
And, you know, spaced out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because we were quite intimate, weren't we? Which is fine because we had to be under the thing. But like a bit more spaced out, a bit more room. I think it'll be really cool to just sit and do them. Yeah, it'll be fun, man. So yeah, I think throw it into the comments. Where should we go? What projects would you like to see from us? Maybe a bike park you think we should go check out? Anything really.
And
any changes you'd make to the van, tips,
absolutely.
anything. Like,
there's a lot of van lifers out there and people that, like, I'm always impressed with people's van setups, I'll be honest. I am. Like,
I've got more into it recently.
Yeah, I bet you have, yeah. Wherever you go, you will see people are dialed, dude.
You know what's weird is when I did it for a job, I didn't appreciate it at all. Because it was just a business. It's weird, man. I never appreciated what we were building.
Yeah.
And how cool it was. And yeah, it's very strange looking back, dude. We used to build like the sickest campers and go deliver them to the like most insane places in Sweden and Norway. And it feels like another lifetime ago. It really it feels like another person, because now I'd be like, I get to drive to like Hafjell and deliver a van to someone. Right, I'm going here, I'm going there.
It's really cool,
I'm
actually.
going to turn it into a trip, and then I'm going to stay in this van, then clean it out and deliver it.
Did you enjoy it back then?
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. It was just a means to an end, unfortunately. And I'd never like use the thing or just appreciate what we had. Even when we had stock vehicles, because we'd have stock vehicles and there's no weekend where I'd be like, I'm going to take one of the vans and just go here and go do something. I'd just be like, nah, I don't. But it's different, man. It becomes a job. Like, it is different. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I thought about it the other day. Working on my house.
Yeah.
And working on a building site. I've forgotten so much of it, and it's so frustrating because it's like, but I think I was just, there's a difference when you're just doing something as a job or when it's like your career. I was just doing it as a job, and like I knew a lot of stuff and I'm relatively handy, but I forget like the small things, the important things, and I have to like look them up, and you just think, wow, I did years and years of this day to day and I just can't quite remember what you do.
Yeah.
Small stuff. Like I screeded a floor the other day and just like little things I don't remember.
Okay.
And then I do it and I'm a bit like, I mess it up a bit, or I like, I could do lots of stuff, but I just forget like drying times or like what you're meant to do or the order and really simple tasks that you just know you can do, but you don't quite know how. It's funny how your memory works, isn't it?
It's crazy, dude. And it was literally the same with that van process.
Yeah.
I remember going to pick it up and asking Joel to show me how things work. And then I'm like, take a second. You literally used to do this for a job.
Yeah.
Like, I do know how it works.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
But I'm still like,
It's funny.
So how does that charge that? Like, I understand it.
Yeah.
Sort of. But yeah, gnarly, dude. Super stoked.
Yeah.
Super stoked. Big up. Thanks, everyone, for the support. It means a lot because we wouldn't be doing it without all the people watching and listening to this, you know?
Absolutely. Listeners of whom I've just met at Bikestormz in London. Do you like that sort of little transition?
Nice,
yeah, it is nice. Yeah,
it's nice.
So following our killer guest, Jake 100, on the show, he announced with us that Bikestormz was happening, and I headed up on the weekend.
Nice.
And I got to meet a few listeners that are up there through listening to the show, which was really cool.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Man, Jake knows how to put on a... Dude.
How many people were there? It looked massive.
Mate, there's more people than Fort William World Cup World Champs year. Like, the amount of people going around London, it was insane. I went up, met up with Warner, and we actually naturally were a bit late and had to join the ride as it was moving.
Okay.
And I was expecting a lot of people, but when I say a lot of people, I was expecting like a lot of people. 300 people is, I would say 300 people. I've seen what 300 people look like at a bike park. It's a lot of people, yeah. It was not 300
Zero
people.
On the end, maybe?
I can't tell you. It was so many people. There's people from all over the world. There's people from Brazil. There's people from the States. There's people from Poland. There's people from Germany.
Wow.
I met all these different people, and
that's really
there's flares going off.
Yeah.
There's The roads are shut down. You're on the wrong side of the road. It's like Warner's dream because it's slightly mischievous. You know, like,
Yeah.
like the police know it's happening, but I think they probably don't picture there's going to be that many people. And there's music going off. It was so cool, man. It was really good. So big congrats to Jake. And whilst you're doing it and you're causing mayhem on the streets and wheeling around, you don't actually remember. It's all for a really good cause, and like Jake's
the message is really it's perfect.
Absolutely,
and it couldn't be more poignant at the moment. I don't think, especially with what went on recently with the.
Very true.
Yeah, I hate using the word the stabbings and stuff like that. Like, it couldn't be any more poignant to what's going on. I think at the moment to just raise that message and say those words, I think is really important.
Yeah.
So yeah, big up Jake 100. It looked really cool, man.
Yeah, what an amazing job he did. It was really cool, actually. It was really cool. And just to see London.
Those kids are talented, dude.
They're
Some of the stuff they do. I've been just dipping in and out of certain people's Instagrams because, like, Jake's been really active on social media, obviously promoting that event. And, you know, he's sharing just a lad. He's like, oh, I'm getting ready for Bikestormz. And just, you know, I'm in the scroll hole a little bit. I'm like, oh, what's he do? And this young lad maybe got, let's just say 20,000 followers, but just unreal talent.
Yeah, and they live it
hopping
as well.
around the... Mate, how hard is it to, like,
and
hop over a bike and go switch foot and be on the back wheel and then hop back?
And bear in mind, naturally, I'm going to think I've dedicated like 3 decades of my life to being good at riding a bike. Naturally, I'm going to be like, come on, man, they're wheeling. But when you see it, they're going quick, dude. Yeah. And they're doing stuff that I can't do. Like, those swerves are crazy. It's really, really impressive.
Yeah.
And it's impressive every time. Like, I remember the first time I was like, oh, I'll go for a ride with Jake 100. It's going to be wheelies. But I was like, I can't keep up. And he's wheeling like through traffic. It was so impressive.
Yeah.
And I had that whole experience all over again at Bikestormz and meeting all the people. It was wicked. It was well good.
Yeah, it's good vibes.
And I was stoked, actually, just to say, I know Jake and consider him a mate. And like I'd do like we were like talking with some kids and doing wheelies and stuff, and I'd do something like, there's one thing that you can do where you move your legs and go into a manual with your feet off the pedals.
Yeah.
Jake taught me it, and then the kids are like, "What, bruv? What even is that? What is that? How'd you learn that?" And I actually managed to go, Jake 100 taught me, and I was like, sick. Yeah, name dropping, dude. Name dropping to a 12-year-old.
That's so cool, though. It's so cool that, you know, I guess he's turned it into what it is. And, a lot of it revolves around him and his message and stuff, and everyone there knows him. And
right guy for it, for sure.
Yeah, it seems that
good,
way.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Jake 100, man, for doing it.
Yeah. One thing I would say is, and one thing that Rob Warner absolutely loved was, I was wearing a helmet and I very much felt like a geography teacher or something. It was tragic. I turned up. I just felt like, oh, no.
Not many helmets floating around.
No, I'm like kind of cool, I guess, for my age and stuff, like in normal everyday life. Yeah. I'm not cool there. No. I literally look like I look like I'm about to
commuter
ask for a head count or like, you know what I mean? Like, remind people of the highway code. Like, that's what I felt like. Even Warner's just laughing at me, like making fun of me. He wasn't wearing a helmet and I was wearing a helmet. It was like, oh.
Hey, wear your helmets, kids.
Wear your helmets.
You only get one head, and thankfully Olly's out there representing the helmet crowd.
Yeah, repping the helmet, man. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's funny, man. Yeah, it's cool. Apologies I didn't make it. It was a long way, especially coming back down the day after, 2 days after, so... Yeah, it was
an amazing thing to see. Very, very pleased to have gone up. It'd
be cool if he did it
next year.
Somewhere else, wouldn't it? If he did like Bikestormz North and then he did... I mean, it probably wouldn't have the same effect going around Sheffield, but I'm sure he'd get a lot of people who wouldn't have gone all the way to London.
Are there Sheffield wheelie kids?
Probably.
Is there like a scene? I don't really see I've seen mountain bikes.
There's probably not a Peak District wheelie kids, but I guess in Sheffield and stuff there might be. Yeah. It'd be cool if he did something like that.
Yeah.
Throw something out and... Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Don't know.
What have you got in your notes? What have you got in your head?
On my head?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, why, when you're chewing gum, do you not swallow it? Is that like a learnt behaviour, or is it...
No, it doesn't break down in your gut. It takes a long time. But I think...
Is that why?
There used to be like a myth. You know, like the kind of myth that's like swans break your arms. It used to be one of those chewing gum chewing gum takes ages to break down.
Which is why you don't try and swallow it, because you don't even try and have the reflex to swallow it.
No.
Dear, I thought it when I was driving down. I had my chewing gum in, and I was like, why have I not tried to swallow this? Is it interesting?
It says chewing gum takes up to 5 years to biodegrade, but
yeah, that's rough.
How long does it? Right, if you swallow it,
it's plastic, isn't it?
Well, that's what I think of it as.
Yeah, I know it's bad for you, but I've got a tooth that's broke, so I just chew chewing gum, so I don't have to go to the dentist.
So it says here the folklore is that gum will take 7 years to break down, which I can't believe.
We have to chew it for 7 years?
No, it's in your stomach for 7 years. Have you ever gone to sleep with chewing gum in your mouth?
Not that I know of.
I have, and it's mad. It all breaks down. Even the enzymes in your mouth break it down. So I don't believe it. Even
so it does break down a little bit.
Yeah. It wouldn't be 7 years. That's insane. No. I'll find out though. It might say.
I think it was more for me. It's like, why don't you try and swallow it after? Because I think if you put a piece of apple in your mouth, I guess it's because it's not breaking down. You put a piece of apple in your mouth, you're going to go roughly 10 chews. 10 chews, bop, 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 swallow. Whereas with chewing gum, you just keep chewing. You don't even try to have the gag reflex.
It will pass through your system completely in less than 7 days.
Yeah.
Interestingly though, what is it about? I understand what you're saying. What is it about?
Is it a learnt? That's what I thought. Is it a learnt behaviour? As a kid, you're told don't swallow it,
dude. When you eat, I'm not trying to promote bulimia or anything here. But if you had a Mars bar, you chewed it, mouthful, chewed it, spat it out. You're not waiting like this. What does the swallow do? It's satisfying, but why? You've already had the chocolate taste, the caramel. You've got everything. If you spat it out, you're one away from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's something in the swallow and it going.
But then
down
your body uses
it
after, doesn't it?
Yeah, but is that why? Is that really why you get satisfaction from eating? Do you know what I mean? I understand why I eat, as a fuel source, but also with something like a chocolate bar, I'm not God, I need to get this Mars bar in me to fuel my next activity. I'm just thinking, I like chocolate, I like caramel, I like chewing it, I like the taste. You know?
Yeah. I wonder if you get,
it's bulimia, what I'm talking about, which is not something to get involved with, but it just makes you, there is something satisfying.
Yeah, about it going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting thought. So that was what was in my head when you asked about my notes. That's what was floating around. Is that ADHD?
I can't even.
I think it's more of just a thought, isn't it? It's not ADHD. Yeah. It's just a thought about
chewing gum. You just think about chewing gum.
Yeah, I was thinking about chewing gum. We've got World Champs coming up.
We have got World Champs coming up. Do you know what else we got?
What?
We got Rampage coming up, dude.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hyped?
I actually am really hyped.
Hey, Rampage is coming up. I mean, when you say coming up, it's still 2 months away, isn't it? No.
Well, I'm going to leave on the 29th of
September
next month.
So that's a month.
And
a bit. And then the event is October.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not that long
the
way,
way time's going at the moment, dude, that'll be next week for me. Next week, I'll be like, it's Rampage. So I'm hyped for it, man.
Cannot believe it's been that long since I was last in that desert. That is a year.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely flown by. I just worry about time. I've only got one chance at life and it just seems to be passing me
You nearly
by.
lost it this last week.
There you go. Exactly.
You feel like a different person now?
Yeah, I'm reborn. Look how nice and calm I am now.
You are actually.
Yeah.
You're really calm.
Nicer, yeah.
So, Rampage 2024.
Rampage 24, dude.
The dog is back.
The dog is back.
The dog is back for another attempt.
We actually, at the time of recording this, we don't have the list of invited riders.
No.
I do know them.
Okay.
Are
you willing to take a chance?
I don't know because I don't know when this is coming out.
It will. I dare say it will be out. We can guess it's going to be out at this point.
We can guess it's going to be out
because we've got. They said it was coming out this week when we're recording this. So for everyone watching, we're recording this on Monday the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 19th. So by this point, it's going to be out.
It should be, shouldn't it? They've released the
The
Females.
female was last week.
Okay, so it's going to be coming
They
out.
did
yeah.
say this week. It says on the Red Bull post this week.
Yep.
So by next week, when this comes out, we're going
to be fine, aren't
if
we?
not,
Dude, the return.
we'll break it.
The return of Semenuk. Are you serious?
Yes, dude. So sick.
Semenuk's going to be there. That's unreal.
That's insane.
Hyped with that.
Really hyped. That's news to me as well.
So
I didn't know that.
So the site, as far as I'm aware,
Yes.
the site, as far as I'm aware, is you're going to be. This is exciting. I'm breaking the news to you right now.
Yeah, please.
I'm pretty sure that the site is Dwayne Johnson. We're going back to the Rock. That's right.
Which is from 3 years ago.
3, 4.
Missed one.
Missed one.
He missed one. One was in lockdown. So it must be 3 years ago, The Rock.
Must be 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So that was Brendan's backflip canyon run. We have
Yes.
that run. So this is what we'll get Bren on to fully talk about this because he's already planning. He's already looking. He's got ideas. As far as I'm concerned, we've got 2 years on that line. We spent 20 days on that line already.
Yeah.
It's a podium line.
So the first time you ran that line, The Rock wasn't in it. Did you?
Yeah,
The Rock
was
was in it. So
first
you've done
and
The Rock
second.
twice. Okay.
2 years on that line.
Okay, I didn't know
And
that.
the second year was the backflip canyon, which was mental. That backflip canyon was really crazy.
Yeah.
We've got to get Brennan to talk about this because obviously we can talk about Rampage in general, but like I'd really love to get Brennan because we talk about it a lot.
I'm really excited.
Believe it or
Actually,
not.
have a really just go through the whole thing.
Like I know we're airheads, but we do take it seriously, and like we've done it so long. So
well,
much
you were
of my
saying
life
last
has been
week.
spent there. Yeah.
Well, I think it was week before when I was down last that you've been literally sat in a coffee shop. You go through Google Maps, Google Earth. You're trying to find plot lines, which is really interesting. I think for a lot of our listeners and viewers, they'd really enjoy learning about how you do that, why you do that, what it's like coming into an event.
Let's get him on. Let's get the dog on. We'll do a full Rampage rundown.
Ooh,
double R, the Rampage rundown.
Rampage rundown.
So what I would say is that first year at Rampage, and probably everyone who's done a first year at Rampage would say the first year there's a lot to learn.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to learn, and this year we're going to have the very opposite of Semenuk, who has done it so many times and has such an experienced build crew. We've also got the newbies.
Yes.
And the newbies do include, I think I can say it, I'm worried, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Throw it out there.
Tom Eisted.
So sick.
Yeah. So Eisted's there. So
sick.
we're not the only UK guys. So,
Wow. I think
How cool
Eisted
is that?
deserves this, dude.
well, Eisted's put some work in.
Yeah.
And that edit, that jumping off Conor McFarlane's cliffs edit.
Yeah.
I don't know Eisted's dig team. I'm pretty sure that we've got a Joel Anderson on there.
Okay.
And I wonder who the other digger is going to be.
Okay.
But
interesting.
Eisted's going to be a good addition to Rampage.
Yeah, I think so as well. And do you feel like, well, I know his character is going to be the sort of guy who's going to come in and want to make an impression
Yeah.
right off the bat. It's not going to be a let's ease into this. This
Absolutely.
is like something he's been working for a long time.
So I know he's really good mates with Conor McFarlane, who's a Rampage vet, and
Right.
I don't know who he's bringing along, but I would bring Conor along in a flash like that. Not only is the guy experienced and good at digging, he's absolutely crazy. He's not going to build you an easy line. It's going to be a good one. So,
Yeah, sick.
and then obviously Joel's a big bike expert as well. So I think it's going to be really cool to see that team. I don't know who the diggers are. I'm literally just throwing it out there, but Eisted I know is confirmed.
What do you think Semenuk's reason is for coming back and doing another one?
I can only think boss reasons. Bored of winning rallies.
Yeah.
Sick of making the best edits mountain biking's ever seen. He's like, might as well come win a contest again. Semenuk's run from that spot is really quite something as well.
I don't remember it off the top of my head, I'll be honest. But we'll put a link to it in the show description.
Brandon and his team make some really nice stuff, and he's so used
So
to
they've had time on that. Do you think that could be a reason for him to coming back and doing it again? You don't have to start fresh. It's like he's already
perhaps
done a little bit on that line.
I don't know whether when you say, yes, I'm up for it, if you're Semenuk, whether they tell you where. I think he's up for it, full stop. He doesn't give a shit, does he?
Sick.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, does he?
No. I like Semenuk as well. I think he tends to run mainly... He tends to run like a whole line that is largely his own, which is definitely how we do Rampage as well.
Yeah.
We don't share much.
Yeah.
Not that it's not that there's anything noble about it, but just for me personally, it's like yeah, it's about the riding, but it is kind of a digging event as well. It's like as much about the digging as it is about the riding. Not on the live feed, but kind of on the live feed, dude. Otherwise, it will be riding the same thing.
True.
Otherwise, it'd just be like any other event. So
yeah,
I do think the digging aspect of Rampage is super important. So,
and obviously we're gonna have a bunch of companionship who want to learn more about this as you're going to be out there. So what can we expect from the output, the content output from Wilkins? What are we planning?
Dude, we redlined last year. We had a full line to build, top to bottom, and I think we did a fairly good job of getting as much stuff out between the three of us as physically possible. And it was pretty tough, I'll be honest. But we're going to go for it again. We're going to redline again. Only get a few chances at this and try and bring everyone along with it because it's quite the experience. I think hopefully it comes across how much work it is.
Yeah.
Because it certainly doesn't in the live feed where you see a 1 minute long run. The 10 days leading up to it are big days.
Yeah. So is drive time back?
We're going to bring drive time back, dude.
Yes.
We're going to bring... Maybe we should put it... Should we release... I don't know if it's any good, first of all, but maybe we should release it on the channel as well. I don't know.
Audio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could, couldn't we?
100%.
Let's get it out there. Let's bring everyone along. I'm well up for it.
We just need to send an audio file. We can talk about this off air, but literally that's all we need is an audio file off you and we're up and running.
Dude, honestly, I feel like the luckiest guy alive sometimes. All the trips I get to go on and do all these things. And if I can bring everyone along and at least make you feel like you know what it's like to dig at Rampage. I never knew what it's like to dig at Rampage. I never thought I was going to when I was watching Sprung as a kid. So hopefully if we can get as much out as possible and people at least feel like they're there and feel like they've got a horse in the race.
Well keen.
Yeah, wicked.
Well keen for it. So yeah, let us know again in the comments. Use the comment section, folks. What would you like to see? Olly's got loads of time on his hands while he's out there.
Honestly, well, we'll get Bren on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. But honestly, last year we were up at 5. We'd make it so we got up at 5 and out the door at 6. And in the time of between 5 and 6, you upload, which involves putting your silly little intro at the start, outro, export, upload, and thumbnail, and then that takes you straight through to 6 with a bit of food, and then you're out. It's dark outside, and you're heading off for a day's digging. And then when you get back, you edit, so you're ready to upload in the.
Were you doing drive time on the way out every day or way in?
Out.
Way out. So you've done a day.
Yeah.
Hang on, which way's out?
So you're like a day behind. So then we get in the truck at 6 in the morning.
Record.
Yeah.
So out that way.
Yeah.
I meant out the site. So into the site is when you're recording, and then
into the site, recapping on the day before.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like a little bit of jet lag. Maybe we can work on that. I don't know. We're going to try and get maybe if we can make it a more streamlined process. We shall see. Doug might be coming out. We might have.
I might come. You don't know.
We
Who
could
knows?
have the full team. It would be good.
Who knows?
We'll see. But I'm not making any promises. Let's do a full Rampage. Yeah, a Rampage. What did we call it a minute ago?
The Rampage Roundup.
Roundup. There you go.
I think it's good when you just sink your teeth into these episodes. These events.
Yes.
Like with any sport, you get out what you put in. And if you put in a lot and you really figure out what's going on, you get videos and vlogs and you really sink into it, that event when you watch it is so much better.
It's true. It's what's so great
better
about YouTube content.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would say? What's very impressive about the people that do it the best, so your Bernard Kerrs, your John O'Jones, for me, it has just to be at the event is a big job on.
Yeah.
I'm not being dramatic. It's like you have to do that first and foremost, and I find quite often creating content takes me out of these things a little bit. Yeah. Even when I'm filming,
you want to be present.
Yeah, and you have to be present. You know what I mean? You can't hold on, I'll just set up a time lapse whilst you really have to get a lot of stuff done. So. I always find it really impressive. The people that do it well, it's a lot of work. I think the people that do it well, almost like Bernard, you can see he doesn't panic about the details. He just puts stuff out, and that's what makes it refreshing almost.
Yeah, totally.
And Jono's just
Definitely don't worry about spelling and stuff like that. He just goes for it, eh? He just whacks them out.
totally, yeah.
30 quid. It's hype, mate. Hype for Rampage already.
It'll be good.
It's one of the highlights for me, man. It's an annual highlight.
Yeah.
For sure. Really looking forward to it.
Right, we're not going to go any further down the rider list. We're gonna wait until Brendan's in for the full roundup preview show.
Yes.
Where we'll go through it properly.
Yeah.
Hopefully I haven't revealed anything that I wasn't allowed
the
to
Rampage
reveal.
roundup preview show.
Nice, dude.
We'll stick with that.
It's really nice.
Decent, man.
That is really nice.
With the dog.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. The Rampage roundup preview show. That's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Should we rip some listener cues?
I would love to.
Should we do that? World champs. World champs.
World champs.
Okay.
Andorra.
Thanks. Andorra World Champs, mate. It's coming up. It's on the 28th. It's not. It's on the 30th or the 31st.
Are you going out there?
It's between those days.
Were you planning on going out there or not?
Nah.
No.
Nah. But what we could do, if we're not going, we could try and do a live watch along.
We could.
So, yeah, let's try and do that. I think we're going to try.
People would
no
watch
promises
along?
at this point.
Yeah, but do you think people would watch along? We'd have to. Let's open it up for review. Like, is there a? I've seen the Rogan fight companions, right?
Yeah. So the vibe would be we'll do alternate, not going to be commentary.
No.
We'll just hang out. We're not going to be commentary. We might have some stats. We might have some insights about riders. We might have some funny anecdotes. I don't know. But we'll just hang out, watch the event, and we'll just go live on YouTube and we'll set up. And you can, if you want to, mute the commentary on the TV.
Or have both going.
And have us, and we'll just have some fun with it. Just hang out.
Both going would be tough, but maybe it'd be good.
Yeah, I don't know where it is going to be broadcast. Maybe it's on the BBC.
No, I don't know either.
I think it's BBC.
Do you know what would be cool as well? Is we can have the chat function on the live thing going,
so
and we
sick.
can,
we can do chats, we can do questions, we can just hang out.
It might work, it might not.
There's only one way to find out, and if it works really well, then we can do some more races.
Absolutely,
maybe, and then.
Mate, keen, can't wait.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Big up. So yeah, try and get some guests in. That'd be fun. Maybe people can stop by.
Andorra World Champs.
Andorra World Champs.
Any,
yeah.
Who are you thinking?
Probably someone French, but I'm gonna go with, mate, World Champs, Andorra. It's tough to bet against the informed people at the moment, isn't it? Amory's, the Loics, stuff, people like that. It's really difficult to bet against.
Very
them.
tough.
It is difficult, man. But
mate, I love World Champs. Brands go all out for World Champs.
Yeah, Siggy kits, Siggy bikes,
and they're making like tires. Schwalbe apparently making tires like. 4 rounds.
That's cool.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And they've apparently like done some radial thing on his tyres that means he can run higher pressure. And
okay. Okay. Who rides Schwalbe?
Amory. Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Hey, we'll be doing fantasy as well. We're going to do World Champs Fantasy, so that'll be up and running, so that'll be cool. So we can play along with that. We're like really going at it for World Champs, I think.
Really sports fans.
I think we're going to try and make up for the fact that we were going to talk about racing way more this year, but we kind of haven't. So World Champs,
it's hard.
We go all out.
It's hard to stay current, isn't it? When you're like recording a week, 2 weeks in advance, it's hard to stay current. But I think it's necessary. I like just commenting on stuff anyway, and sometimes we're off and a bit out, but
part of the journey, mate.
Time-wise.
You know what? When we had the Olympic chat about mountain bike downhill being in the Olympics, there was a YouTube comment. Do look at comments, but sometimes not all of them, saying that we'd done no research and that downhill was confirmed for LA 28.
Is it?
I can't find any evidence of that at all. But you know when sometimes you see a comment, I do, and you're like, I don't know. Surely I'd know about that, I think. But I can't find any evidence of it at all. Of course, mountain biking is in the Olympics. That's what I think this person may have been referring to.
Nah, it's not.
But we'd know if downhill was confirmed for the Olympics in 2028, right? We'd have some sort of idea. Yeah. So
no, it's not.
YouTube comment person made me feel like a total idiot. I'm scratching around the internet, looking through all these forums, trying to figure it out.
This is the biggest answer to a YouTube comment ever, live on air.
Yeah, it got me going. I was
You're wrong, dude.
Yeah, the person was literally like, "You've done no research. Like, it's not anywhere. I can't find any evidence of it." So if anyone has any insight, please let me or us know. But it doesn't seem to be confirmed.
The internet
might just be a good troll,
place, isn't it? The internet's a mean place.
Thankfully, ours isn't, but some people's is.
Yeah. I think generally,
I hate a mean
if
comment.
it was a place, who likes a mean comment?
Not necessarily us, but just like when you see one online.
Yeah, on anything. Yeah.
And just like, oh, it's horrible. What are people doing? It's the worst.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, world champs, dude, hype for it. We'll do a world champs fucking thing. Live stream.
Time.
I was gonna say we'll do a world champs episode, but we probably won't have time.
Let's do it in the Rampage roundup.
It'll be after, but yeah, we can try.
Something. After. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
A preview one though. Maybe
Yeah.
we could do more of a preview one with Bren. We could make him do some research.
Yeah, it'd be well keen.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Really writing Bren some checks. It's all right. Let's go to listener questions.
Let's go to listener
man.
cues. You all right to do that, Dougie Fresh? Finally, we get
Doug's
Dougie on the
mic.
microphone.
Yes. Love it when Doug's on the mic.
Loves Doug on the microphone. It's always better because I've not read him, you see.
I just love the
Personally.
joy in his face when the microphone's in front of him. He's just such a happy guy. He wants to be.
Super stoked.
If
bro.
he could be in front of the camera, he would.
There's not that many. There's not that many. Oh, there's a few. There's not that many, though. There you go, mate. Appreciate you. Big up, big up. Okay. Listener questions.
Start at the top then.
Hey, actually, before we start,
I'll
I'm going
just
to introduce
disappear
something
again.
new for listener questions.
Go
Sorry. Shh. Best listener question now every week, because we need to get people doing listener questions again and good ones, better ones, wins a prize. So we got a TRC hat, which I forgot to bring in. It's in the van. TRC
Nice.
hat. We used to have one. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the best listener question we'll choose after
Ooh,
gets a prize
nice.
every time, because people deserve a prize, right? If they do
Yeah,
submit
you're
these
right.
things.
You're right.
And then every week we'll come up with something new. We'll just do giveaways. It's fun.
I like it. Those caps are cool, man.
Yeah.
They're nice.
There's a lot of energy drink to give away.
Ooh, yes. True that. What we got, Doug?
There's a few similar ones actually. So sorry if I missed anyone else, but there's a Maria Cyclog and a KD4WG_91 with your favourite bike-related memory.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a great one.
What a
Favourite
banger.
bike
Also,
related
by the
memory.
way, one of the worst things you can do is read into a microphone other people's Instagram handles. That is something that I enjoy watching other people do because I find it really, really kills me inside.
Yeah, try and get them. It's good to get them wrong a little bit.
It's difficult to get
It's
it
really
right,
hard,
dude.
It's really hard to get them right. Okay, favourite
Bike-related
bike-related memory. I guess it can be any bike. So,
I truly.
I
all
bet
of
you've
my
got so many annoying
So many
ones.
of my favourite memories
Yours are
are
so
bike
good.
related.
mate, yours are so good.
Well, I'm spoiled for these memories. Spoiled for them. I'm trying to think of like early on ones before the obvious ones, because I'll be honest, it's topical because it's coming up and we've just talked about it. But Rampage gives me some of the best memories. I mean, literally, we're all crying at Rampage.
Yeah.
That's mental that bikes can
Yeah.
yeah. It's it's way too much. Rampage is.
That's sick.
Finish a Rampage run after 10 days is way too much.
Yeah.
And that sounds so ridiculous.
No,
and
it's
lame.
a lot,
the
though.
second time I've sounded lame on this thing. Talking about being ill.
more than two.
Crying at Rampage. What a loser, man. Honestly.
Okay.
God, come up with something cool. dude.
I'm trying, bro. I'm
Before I just
trying.
reveal
Bike-related
myself as a
memory.
complete
Favourite
cuck.
bike. Oh, it's so difficult to think of bike-related memories.
Some of my favourite memories. Shall I keep going?
Yeah, I'm struggling because there's a lot
Yeah.
that are just always. It's always fun, but I'm trying to think of one.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go old, and I can't really pinpoint it. But there is a time when you're younger and you're going and doing stuff with your dad. There's nothing better than that. And you come off the track. For me, it was going to be involving a motocross bike. Maybe you've not even done that good, but your dad's so proud of you. You've just been
that's
out there
really
and just
nice,
doing it, you know
man.
what I mean? And he's like, oh, so, you got 10th or whatever you got. But those memories of going away in a crap transit van, it's probably going to break down. We're going to get lost trying to find the track. But those memories growing up were the best times. So I'm going to go for just spending time with your dad out on your riding a bike in general and him just loving it.
Mate, you're a wholesome dude. You made me look right. You've really mugged me off there.
Yeah, that's Rampage now.
Yeah.
With your
Enjoy
friends.
fucking- yeah. Get on your jet plane.
Yeah.
He's so wholesome. It's so
with your
nice.
jet ski afterwards and a hair transplant.
The thing is, there's so many good memories as well. There's different types of memory, isn't there? So there's like
Yeah, but mine was best. So.
yours was yours was undoubtedly best. Yours actually can't be beaten. Yours actually can't be beaten. I'm going to do a deliberate cough because yours was so wholesome.
Quid.
I always thinking back to like when you're younger. There's sort of those memories of like when you're getting better. Those are big
Yeah.
memories for me.
You'll have had those ones where maybe you hit a jump for the first time and your
Yeah.
friends are there and everyone's psyched for you.
Yeah,
That doesn't
they're
happen
amazing.
anymore for me.
No,
Not really.
not really for me.
But
either.
there was a time when, I guess, yeah, for me, like with dirt jumping, being younger, when you progressing and you're building more stuff and everyone's just coming along on that journey together.
Yeah.
And you're all just getting that little bit better and maybe
Yeah.
someone starts throwing a trick and there is memories, dude, like down the BMX track. We used to have a BMX track which became dirt jumps, but those memories are the best times as a kid. No phone. You're just there and no one's distracted. You're just in that moment with a shovel.
Mate, do you know
a
how
crap
hand in
bike.
hand digging comes into biking for me as well? Like when I think about it, the memories that come to mind are Rampage and the street races, and it's
Yeah.
both of those are because you've like done work on a thing, you don't know if it's going to work, you really hope it's going to work, and regardless of whether I get the same feeling whether I'm jumping it, whether Brendan's jumping it, whatever, it's like a unified goal working, and then everyone being stoked. I think they are actually my favourite moments.
Yeah.
Actually, which is really interesting because I don't have to be riding. It can be Brendan riding or vice.
That's cool that you feel that for Brendan as well. That's really sick.
Yeah, because when I do those Mexican jumps, I'm not hyped that I've done the jump. I'm hyped that our jump has worked.
Yeah.
It's not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always notice it like we are testing the jumps in the morning when we talk about it.
We like that.
And that sounds really pretentious and annoying, but it is how it feels as well. It's not like if I was like, I'm testing the jump tomorrow,
Yeah.
it would be like, no, you're not. Everyone is. We all are.
It's always cool when people do that on podium interviews. We did this, we did that.
And
It's
I believe
cool.
it. I used to think it was. I used to think it was cuck, and it was like trying to be like. I don't know. I used to not get it. But I
Yeah.
really do get it. It is a we. It is a we. Like just because you don't see that he's got a whole team of people changing his air filter and his oil every time he goes out for a.
Yeah,
Like they're important. It's really important. The whole team. So.
totally. That's a great answer, bro. Fucking yeah, both
Makes you
great
think
answers.
about
Mine was
that
best, though.
digging's clearly important, isn't it? Though, to me anyway.
Yeah.
Missing out if you don't do it.
Nice.
All right, Linkfish 1. What's the biggest animal you think you'd have a fair fight with?
Brilliant.
Fair
Brilliant
fight.
question.
Biggest animal I'd have a fair fight with.
What
Biggest
animal's like
animal?
lame and big? You know, like a bear. I'm not going to take on a bear, even a small one.
You're not going to take on a bear.
No.
It's a fact. Wow, this is hard. Animal
Like
you'd
an
have a
actual
fair
fight. To death,
Kangaroo?
would you say? I'd fight a kangaroo.
I'd fight a kangaroo. Classic clip of that guy punching it in the face. You know
I
what I mean?
love that clip.
That's the best. Isn't
If you've watched a film that's too scary, if you just watch that clip,
Yeah,
it'll get you
it's
straight
the
back
best,
down
innit?
to you can sleep a good night's sleep
so
without worrying
good,
about
that
the
clip.
horror film. Just watch a bloke punch a kangaroo in the face, and the kangaroo's just like
it stops and it's just like
it's lost in translation. It's like what human fighting.
that wasn't meant to happen.
There's so many kangaroos. I've never been to Australia. They seem quite like aggressive. Eh?
Yeah, it does.
They
But I
actually
reckon it'd be a
box.
fair fight.
You reckon? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not into them kicking me out. I hate the idea of their spiky little feet.
they've got a
kicking.
cheat code with the kick, haven't they? Like a 2-footer.
Yeah, because they just put they go on the tail, don't they?
Yeah, if you got 2-footed kicked into the chest by they'd kick the pneumonia out of you, I reckon.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that'd be a quick
It'd
way
be
to
straight
clear
out.
the lungs. Yeah, I don't reckon they got good ground game kangaroos. I think like if you could get them to the ground,
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, I reckon.
I mean, just a kangaroo. Just
Yeah.
fucking cinch down on its neck.
Yeah, definitely.
It's out. It's not going to tap, is it? With those little arms.
No, it's just flapping.
Yeah.
Kangaroo, I'm saying.
But then you're on the ground in Australia, and then that's a deadly place in
True
itself.
that.
So
Well, that's a fair
Good
point.
point.
Yeah, it's a fair point. It gets you on the ground. You might get bit by something different.
What a wild
Might get-
place. We live in like a we live in the
Yeah, there's nothing here that'll get you on the ground.
our climate is like
Veruca.
a foam pit, dude. Veruca, yeah. True, we got Verucas
We got
though.
Verucas
UK's
on
got-
the
I reckon
ground.
Are Verucas native only to the UK?
I think so. leisure complexes in the UK.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Verucas are only in the UK. They're a native condition.
I'm sticking with kangaroo. That's it. Stick. I'm
Kangaroo's
sticking.
nice. I don't think I can really beat it.
No.
I mean, animals. I think I would, given the right circumstance, you have like superhuman powers. I think
Yeah.
with animals when there's that like fight or flight. Oh,
Yeah.
I watched top 10. We watched top 10 GoPro moments, and there was a great white investigating a dude. That scares me. I'm not a swimmer.
No.
Wouldn't like that, but I'll take
You're
out a
not a
great
swimmer.
white on shore if I have a knife. What a horrible video that would be! Just a beached great white shark and me hacking into it with
Yeah.
it. I've just literally been on a knife crime
Yeah,
ride
you
out.
can't do that. Not even
Can't
to
do that,
sharks.
dude.
Not even
So I
to
wouldn't do it.
sharks.
Peace and love all animals. I wouldn't do it.
No.
Not even great white. Love
Kangaroo.
the animals.
Stick.
Hey, there was something recently. Someone said it was realistically a podcast. Sharks are getting. There's a higher rate of human attacks on sharks because they want them out of the water.
Yeah,
Not.
I heard that.
What was that on?
I heard it on a podcast as well.
Yeah, that means it's on a Rogan
Yeah,
podcast. doesn't it?
yeah.
Let's
But it
skip
was
on. That means it's probably not correct.
I mean-
Let's move on.
the
Podcast
theory
world.
is that they're not trying to kill humans, that they're just trying to warn them to get out of the water because we, as a species, are taking their meals.
Yes,
That's what it was, wasn't it? People are fishing, they're out there
they
doing
just
the
see
thing.
you as like a get out.
Get out of the
dude.
way,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the fish, and you're taking the fish out of my
Pod.
food court.
Yeah, there you go. Nice, great question again. I'm enjoying these, dude.
Yeah, they're great.
Terry, Two Wheels, do we think bikes have hit their best potential? Are we in the best era of bikes?
It's tough to get better than a Focus.
It is tough. And I think when you think of like an SL e-bike, look how quickly we went pro here. But genuinely, you think of an SL e-bike, at this stage, I can't imagine them getting better. But then 5 years ago, when I got my first e-bike or whatever,
Yeah,
I didn't picture them getting better then either, and they have. So
it's true.
I don't believe we're in the best stage, but I do think that the curve is flattening
It's,
off and
yeah.
we're at a very nice stage.
Yeah,
I guess battery tech is the only thing, so we're just going to get lighter e-bikes with the same power. That's
I
what
think
can
that
imagine.
seems to be what's going on, right?
Yeah.
I'm loving my e-bike at the moment again. Someone asked
Wicked.
me at the carnival yesterday, "Are you full e-bike now then?" Because he didn't know really that I ride that much, and they're like, "Oh, you're on an e-bike," and for the layman who doesn't know much about biking, they just think you're lazy. And I was like, "Well, I'm just all about fun now. This is more fun to me today."
Are you
I've
full
already-
e-bike? Is this an announcement?
No.
Are you a full
I
e-biker?
have been for a while,
Yeah.
but I'm just full fun. That's what it is. And where I live, it's more fun to go out on the e-bike.
So you're not
It's that
identifying
simple.
as an EMTB?
I'm not identifying as anything, Ollie.
All right, dude.
I'm not identifying as anything.
All right, man.
I'm an impartial mountain biker.
Yeah.
But given the
Impartial,
choice,
sound it, mate.
do I lean towards the e-bike?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, it's way more fun.
I've started going out on my own on my SL, my VAM squared SL, which
Yeah,
is like
good bike, that one.
This is a different behaviour for me.
You thought
I'm
you
not,
weren't going to like that bike.
I'm not an e-bike
You like
on
that
my
bike.
own guy,
Yeah.
and I'm out there loving it. Yeah, I like that bike.
It's a good
I'm
bike.
using it a lot.
Yeah. I'm out there a lot on my own. Because
That's
I usually ride in the
130,
week. So.
125. Whoever knew? Maybe that's the most mature thing about me.
Is
the
it?
fact that I've got a 130, 125 SL EMTB.
Nice.
Yeah. Growing up, dude.
Riding to cafes, doing coffees and cake.
Yeah.
That's my kind of
Growing
riding
up.
at the moment,
Yeah,
mate.
man.
I'll be honest.
Cross country tyres, fast rolling.
You know,
Who knew?
yeah. I need to get back in it a little bit at the moment, I think. I'm out there riding a lot, but not necessarily doing anything where I'm like, whoa.
Want
You
to scare
said-
yourself,
s-
don't you?
You said that recently to someone, I think. I can't remember who. We were talking. Oh, it might have been Win. You were like, oh, yeah. I can't remember how you
If
worded
you ride
it.
on your own, yeah, I know what you're saying.
You dial
I
it back a
remember
bit.
talking
And I
about that,
remember thinking, I dial it back a lot these days.
yeah.
There's every now and again, but on my own.
It's good to put it out there.
I haven't done it,
is,
that
yeah.
much. You know, like really fucking hammer something.
Yeah.
So I need to get back out there. And then because it feels uncomfortable for a little bit, right? When you're a bit out of the comfort zone,
Yeah.
obviously. yeah, but yeah, a lot of e-biking at the moment.
Nice.
Double battery days.
Nice.
And while we're talking about suspension, Explosive Club, I've not adjusted my suspension for my weight ever. Should this be done regularly?
Done what?
Regularly.
If your weight fluctuates loads, then I would say yes. I don't know, really, man. I think like sag is important,
I set and forget.
but you do set.
I do set, and then I do
And
forget.
what do you set?
Sag. I usually have someone help me do that.
Yep. And what do you set it at?
I couldn't tell you, dude.
30% is approximately
Yeah,
the right thing to do.
I couldn't
And then
tell you.
I actually, with the front, I just try and like match it, and that involves just doing
Bouncing,
like bunny hops
bounce
in the car
test.
park.
Did it feel about right? Yes.
But I think it's good to do it a bit, because then you don't get like worried about changing. It's good to just not. It's good to be fluid with your bike and just be like, yeah, I'll change it. I
Yeah.
change mine quite a lot, because if I hit a ramp, I want it a bit harder.
Yeah.
If I go to a bike park, I want my tires a bit harder.
Yeah, I make those little adjustments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you pump up, so again, it goes to like not being too sensitive about it all. But if you pump up your shock, the likelihood is if you're making it harder, you'll have to make the rebound have a bit more rebound damping, because otherwise it'll, with more air pressure, it'll just like rebound quicker. So you want to slow the rebound down then. So
Okay.
it does make it all a bit more complicated. But I would say, don't be scared. Get amongst it.
Yeah, I like having it as a bit of a cheat code as well. Not a cheat code, but a bit of an excuse, because I can always just be like, oh, if this bike was set up better, I'd be way better at biking.
Nice. Yeah, there is that. There's benefits to everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how you
At
look
least
at it.
leave
yeah.
it off a bit. You're like,
Yeah,
I could whack that turn way harder if this bike was set up better.
Yeah.
Speaking of bike setup, easy there, easy. Liam Cockcroft is keen to hear an argument about mullet wheel setups. However, I'm not sure how much of an argument, because you're both 29ers. Is that
Yeah.
not correct?
Yeah. I've never ridden a mullet.
I've never ridden a mullet. I rode it on my downhill bike the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest, don't notice any difference. The only time I notice a 29-inch rear wheel is if I really try and go fast, I buzz my bum. And I'm 6 foot. So I imagine tall, like if you're shorter, then the bum will be, if you have shorter legs, then the bum buzz will be more of a problem.
Okay.
But I got to be honest, I don't know if I'm the best person to ask about these things, but
No.
I haven't noticed too much. There was too much change in going to
The
a
whole thing
downhill
was
bike.
different.
Yeah, so I didn't specifically notice the
Yeah.
mixer setup. But
I feel like there was a time a few years ago where it became really prominent and a lot of people were doing it on the downhill circuit.
Yeah.
But I don't know now if it's
still are, yeah.
still, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to ride that stuff back to back to even feel it. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, like you say, you just get the bike and then you get used to it and you don't know any difference anyway. You've got to go
Yes.
back to
it's
back.
very difficult, I think, unless like really to find advantages. Like it's cool like tinkering and changing things, but unless you're really going these
Yeah.
things don't matter that much. Like you set it up to like something you're happy with and don't worry about it. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, I agree. That was nice. Great answer.
There's kind of a couple of match heroes. We've got a Q Edwards and a Burr Photo. One is, would you ever get Superbike or Isle of Man TT racers on? And the other is, would you get skill coaches on? So I guess a collective guess question.
Yeah, true. Isle of Man, definitely.
That is the most crazy event, that is.
I'd love to have someone like that on.
I'll be scared.
Really?
Yeah, someone who does the Isle of Man TT.
Bro,
Are you serious, dude?
I remember watching a documentary a while ago about, this is years ago, John McGuinness,
Yeah.
and how he, before the Isle of Man every year, would mow his lawn, get all of his finances in order, just in case he didn't come back. That is the gnarliest thing to do. That's a lot, isn't it? Wife and kids, just get everything in order, just in case you don't come back. I'd love to talk to him about that. I got a few people who know John McGuinness quite well.
I saw him at Goodwood the other day. He was walking
Yeah,
around,
yeah, he'd be a great guest, wouldn't he, John
I
McGuinness?
was scared and intimidated
Really?
by such a crazy person. I mean, just to go that fast is
Oh, it's
so
wild, bro. Guy Martin's from up near me. That'd be fun one day.
Yeah, he'd be great.
Would
guest,
love
wouldn't
to
he?
have Guy Martin on.
Yeah, he's a very interesting chap.
He looks different these days. Really handsome bloke.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was on like a podcast recently. I was like, I wonder if that's Guy Martin, but
Bit of a crush.
bit.
Might make the podcast add a new angle, new energy.
Yeah,
Hot Guy Martin.
Davey gets a bit gay Martin.
Yeah, it's nice. Good
Too easy, that one.
Wordplay.
Too easy.
I liked it.
Yeah, I'd love to. And then skills coach, yeah. Why not? It's
A
just...
skills coach.
Mm.
A skills coach for mountain biking. Was that the other one?
It doesn't specify, but I think we can assume it's for mountain biking.
Yeah. Skills coaching, I learnt when I was little, so I can't really talk. But I can't imagine what a skills coach... I'd love to hear some things. I've had some... Yeah. Interesting, yeah. I think it would be interesting, right? Would you ever get a skills coach?
For me,
for
right...
biking?
No. Not right now.
I'd be interested to just see what they'd say.
Yeah. I'd do it if it was... It sounds so stupid, but if we were making it into a content thing. Because I'd like to see what it would be. But I wouldn't do it for me personally, because at the moment for me in my life, it's not that important. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I feel like I might be quite an argumentative student. You know what I mean? You need your weight further back. No, I don't.
Yeah,
it would annoy me.
You're like
I
the
don't
hardest
know why.
one,
Just
man.
like, I don't think I'd be right for it, but I don't know. But it would be interesting because I'm not saying I've got...
Where I am with how I ride, I probably am the right person. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Do you reckon?
Yeah, like...
If there's
it's
gains
relatable to our audience, whereas you are, but you're not. Because you go like, fuck on the bike. So like, what are you going to...
I wonder with...
What are you going to learn?
Okay, so the correct way... So I'm being an idiot saying I'll be an argumentative student because the correct way to be would just be like, any gain is a gain. If you can sit with Loic Bruni, watch him hit a turn over and over again, and if you can just go... He would rather you told him, you should go left that route, dude. It's 100% quicker. I've just watched 3 people go through. That's why they have people stood on track.
On the hill, yeah.
So like if a skills coach is quite literally just saying, you square off turns a bit, dude. You should try opening them up, or like, you should keep your weight back there because you're doing too much, or like they don't have to. Maybe it's a massive, maybe you're missing out. Who knows? Who knows until you try it?
I don't know.
Might be good.
Yeah, might be good. Hey, never say never.
Never say never, dude.
Always improving. All right, there's another couple here. So, Boylet91, should we have to pay to ride a bike park with no shuttles?
There you go.
Boylet, what are you doing?
Well, I mean...
if there's people maintaining it, then yeah.
If it's your land, you'd probably ask them to. I can see the frustration. I just think, it's tough, isn't it? Ultimately, it comes down to...
Insurance.
Yeah.
If it's someone's land, they're going to want to make...
something.
Yeah, if it costs something. Yeah, God, that's tough. There's always this thing, though, isn't there, with especially in biking, about paying for things and stuff like that. And ultimately, if someone's maintaining the land or it's their land, then, there needs to be some sort of fee, I feel like. Especially if there's insurance involved. You've signed this, you've signed that. If
you're not maintaining trails, doing boring jobs, then you've got to be ready for it, I think, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've struggled to see an argument against that. Shouldn't
pay for it.
Yeah.
Just pay up.
Pay to play.
Biking's great. Pay up.
Yeah, there's lots of places you can go where you don't have to pay. So
yeah.
Bridle tracks.
Yeah.
And then 21 Adam, best shuttle vehicle.
Adam 21, isn't he?
No, 21 Adam.
Not the
one. Not one. No. Best shuttle vehicle. What's been your favourite shuttle vehicle?
You know what? I actually like that Bike Park Wales truck they've got.
It's nice, dude.
That one's sick.
It is nice.
That's a good one. We had our own in Australia, which was pretty cool. The Venga bus with a trailer on.
Nice.
And we'd ram that full of kids and bikes.
Yeah.
That was good. That was probably my favourite one, actually. We were doing shuttles in Australia and we'd just get kids to drive. It was so bad. Like, kids that were really...
Actual children?
Yeah, like really underage. They shouldn't be driving.
Really?
Yeah, it was so bad. But, automatic. It's the worst that can happen. Put it in gear for him with the thing and be like, right, if you just, just steady away up the hill, you'd be all right. Yeah, it's so gnarly. Yeah, they're my two. That jump out at me.
I did one in the Philippines, and it was behind a moped, and it was really, really challenging. And they didn't So
Did you have to ride your bike and they pull you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so have you done like uplifts off ropes before,
Yeah.
like quads or whatever?
Yes.
We used to do it loads when we were little. It's funny to think that we didn't just pedal up, but you wrap the correct way to do it is rope around the steerer and then it goes to your hand so you can let go.
Okay.
That was how we used to do it safely, because then it's pulling from the middle. If you have it pulling from your hand, it turns the bar. In the Philippines, they would not let me hold onto the rope myself. They wanted it tied onto the handlebar, which means basically if something goes wrong, you get dragged along. So it made it way more terrifying, and you're like, yeah.
Ugh. That's
So that
a
was my
great
favourite
one.
one. It was so exhilarating. Like the
Any
uplift was
footage?
more exhilarating. Yeah, I've got footage. Yeah,
Sick.
hopefully I'll be able to find it from one of those memory cards.
Clip coming up. Not in here. We'll do it on social.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Nice.
That's a great one.
Yeah,
Nice.
probably that one. I like that. I like that one. I'm trying to think of others because there have no doubt been so many. You can't knock Freeride Madeira.
Trucks.
We're talking literally just about transits with a trailer, but you're in Madeira, the orange sun's coming through the window, the low light, you're heading up to the top of the hill, you're about to get dusted out, down a 10-minute descent to a poncho waiting for you at the beach. Can't knock it, dude.
That's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nice.
Any more?
Probably
on there?
probably the last one here for
Last one.
Last
We've got 2-1 racing. What's the next big social media thing that Deeks will join, even though he's too old? Tough.
They're friends.
Yeah,
so
they're
it's allowed.
friends.
They're
Yes,
friends.
that is cool. That's a great
What
one.
is the next? I mean, it raises a great question. What is the next social media thing? Like, as in, does he mean? Do you reckon like a
Platform.
Platform, yeah.
Either that, or if he's going to do the Hawk 2 thing or something. I don't know.
Oh, I'm surprised he hasn't done a Hawk tour.
I gotta say, like some of the memes make me feel like I don't quite understand nowadays, and I catch on a little bit late. Hawk Tour, for instance, I don't.
You can't post it now.
Don't really get it.
Moment's gone. I
Yeah.
know. You need to be fast on those things, and that's why the youth dem are better at it.
The one I feel bad about, I almost don't want to mention because she's a person and I don't want her to be sad. But the Australian Olympic breakdancing lady, I've got to say, it's like
I feel like she knew it was coming though, because it's kind of part of it, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's part of the gig, right?
Which in itself is hilarious. I don't know.
I think it's part
I
of
don't
it.
want to
feel
talk badly, but it's one of my favourite. That kind of thing is sort of what I like the most to watch.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. That's my kind of humour all over.
Oh, it's absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
And I don't want to jump on the bandwagon. And she's probably not having the best time. I don't know. Or is she?
I think she's having a great time. I think she'll
Merch.
sign
Just
some
get
brand
merch,
deals
dude.
and like all sorts of stuff
Has
off the back
she?
of
Yeah.
that. I feel like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she has.
That was
So-
unbelievable, that was.
Yeah.
Like, it's unfathomable.
But there were a few moves in there that were like, that's hard.
Like the kangaroo one or the worm. What about the one spinning on the side of Homer Simpson?
Yeah, those ones are easy. But there's a few that she did, right? Where it was, legs akimbo and this and that.
Don't know, man.
I mean, it's the one that's getting talked about,
Yeah.
isn't it?
She
You got
won.
your one chance at the Olympics.
Yeah,
She won. She didn't win a gold, but she did win the Heart of the Nations.
she did.
And that's lovely. And that means there's hope
Imagine
for
we
all
could
of
get
us.
her on. I don't know what to talk about.
Breakdancing?
Probably. The Olympics.
Yeah. Who knows?
It's mad, isn't it, how the internet can just grab hold of something and just make
Yeah.
it. Like
But it's
that.
also mad how quick they go.
Yeah.
It's like in and out, isn't it? The news cycle.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's gone now.
I
By the
found-
time this episode's out, that moment has
Yeah, you're
gone
probably-
and it's
yeah, you're
done and
probably
it's
right.
forgotten. Hawk Tour Girl's doing great. She's turned it into a business. She's
Has she?
she's showing her actual personality. She seems like a really lovely person. She's turned it from the original thing into a thing, like a business. Like,
Has she? Yeah.
Yeah, she's
That's
doing
cool.
podcasts. She's out there doing
Nice.
stuff. She's just girl next door, nice girl. Even though she got famous by saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well, hopefully the same happens for Breakdance Lady. Yeah.
yeah, who knows? And for Deeks, don't know.
For Deeks, what's next? Who does know? He's probably going to strangle me at Rampage, I would say, and that is we can be sure of. We can be sure of
I
that.
can be sure of that.
Hey, it's been a great catch up. I've loved
been
it.
lovely.
I've loved this episode. Thanks for putting up with all my coughs. How much do I owe?
I think it's about 32 quid.
32 quid.
£32.
32 costs.
32 coughs.
Well done, Doug. 32
Thanks,
coughs. 32 quid, mate.
That's not bad, is it? It's a nice little something.
I mean, it's a 3 and a 2. There's a 2 and a 3. And thank you for coming along on this journey with him and me.
Really nice. Spitting bars. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.
Like and subscribe. Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better
Thanks,
than
dude.
normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here.
Yeah,
Click on the video on Olly's face.
that's right.
Click on the video on my face.
Yeah.
And follow us at The Ride Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm gonna try and get this energy and I'm gonna bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.